organization, institution, or individual. Freedom FM 87.9, your best choice.
Then you come back to the car. So they see to the main store.
Oh, so the man wanted for you to go steal on the web post store.
Yeah. He said I'm on join to go steal to the web main store to they get money into the store there will go take it from there. I said, my man, I'm only bad for the same lecture.
Then how can the police catch you now?
The police go before the man call me back. Now on the 18th, they more.
The same man now.
Yeah, the same man.
The same man who want for you to go steal.
Yeah, he called me on the 18th.
Yeah.
Now in there, around 8:30, the man called me. He said, "Oh, my man, I let you be there and call you back again."
So that time you go to work?
I go to work.
It's different working place. You come to the man.
Yeah, I'm from my working area to Clarence to now go to the man.
To go steal now?
No, I don't go steal. I go to yeah.
I security man say man go steal.
How you question me? The thing you want for me to explain for you to understand,
yeah.
Then still questioning me, doubling the question. How many talk clear now?
Okay, let's go now. I beg you, sorry.
I say.
When they call you in the now.
When they man call me in there,
yeah.
He asked me, say, how many of you are working to the area? I say, we are 3.
You told the man, say, you're 3.
Yeah. So he said, I want to give you tea to carry to
the man say, you want to give you what?
Tea. Have milk tea.
Oh, milk tea?
Yeah.
For you to drink?
With bread.
The bread?
3 pieces of bread.
With egg inside?
You eat a maide. Butter. So when I carry it to the man say, carry to the man. When you give it to the man, then you must come back to the car.
So the fool make you now, you carry that so you can go convince your friend.
Yeah. When I give it to the man, the man say, thank you. I say, okay. The man say, oh, where you going now? I say, oh, I'm going right here. So one of my friends called me.
Yeah, the same man you going to now?
Yeah, the same man.
The man say he want for you to go steal.
No, yeah. So when I go to the man, he say, clean the car. Then there are 2 now.
In
the Jeep. Then there are 2.
A big Jeep.
Yeah.
Black BG, photo G.
Yeah. So when I clean the car now,
air condition all is that?
No. Papa, you can't wait for me to spin now. I'll leave the water now. You can judge people.
I'm just asking you a question, sorry.
You can judge people like you come here.
No, I'm a journalist. I beg you, sorry.
The way you talk in the question, do I say when I move from here I'll free? Do I say when I move from here I'll free? If you say one talk again, I wanted to mean it. Who talk clear to you, but you talk in the question. Hi, looking. Then you want post and no more word there again. Why not be looking to the talk? I'm not going to talk again. And said they call me to the office at OSP. See to the main store.
Oh, so the man wanted for you to go steal on the web post store.
Yeah. He said I'm on join to go steal to the web main store to get money into the store there will go take it from there. I said, my man, I'm only bad for the same lecture.
Then how can the police catch you now?
The police go before the man call me back. Now on the 18th, they more.
The same man now?
Yeah, the same man.
The same man who want for you to go steal?
Yeah, he called me on the 18th.
Yeah.
Now in there, around 8:30, the man called me. He said, oh, my man, I'll let you be there and call you back again.
So that time you go to work?
I go to work.
It's different working place, you come to the man?
Yeah, I'm from my working area to Clarence to now go to the man.
To go steal now?
No, I'm not go steal. I go to yeah.
I security man say man go steal.
How you question me? The thing you want for me to explain for you to understand,
yeah.
Then still questioning me, doubling the question. How many talk clear now?
Okay, let's go now. I beg you, sorry.
I say.
When they call you in the now?
When the man call me in there,
yeah.
He asked me, say, how many of you are working to the area? I say, we are 3.
You told the man, say, you're 3?
Yeah. So he said, I want to give you tea to carry to
the man say, you want to give you what tea?
Tea. Have milk tea.
Oh, milk tea?
Yeah.
For you to drink?
With bread.
The bread?
3 pieces of bread.
With egg inside?
You eat a maide. Butter. So when I carry it to the man say, carry it to the man. When you give it to the man, Then you must come back to the car.
So the fool make you now, you carry that so you can go convince your friend now.
Yeah, when I give it to the man say thank you. I say okay. The man say, oh, where you going now? I say, oh, I'm going right car. So one of my friend called me.
And the same man going to now.
Yeah, the same man.
And the man tell you say one for you to go steal.
No, yeah. So when I go to the man, he say clean the car. Then they are two now.
In the Jeep.
In the Jeep. Then they are two.
A big Jeep.
Yeah.
That one.
Black DG, photo G. Yeah. So when I clean the car now,
air condition all is that.
No, Papa, you can't wait for me to spin now. I'll leave the water now. And you can judge people.
I just asking you a question, sorry.
You can judge people that can come here.
No, I'm a journalist. I beg you, sorry.
The way you talk in the question, could I say when I move from here I'll free? Could I say when I move from here I'll free? If you say one talk again, I wanted to mean who talk clear to you, but you talk in the question. Hi, looking, then you want post and no more word there again. Why not be looking to the talk? I'm not going to talk again. And said they call me to the office at OSP.
I think he's going to me, they come together. You say you carry the tea to the man. After you carry the tea to the man, you come now. So what next now?
And for me, I'll not there.
Nobody, you getting there. You say, asking you too much question. Hey, there's me, you say, make your egg and bread. You bring it. Okay, sorry. Now I say sorry now. Okay, sorry.
If you
I will not ask you the question again. Okay, sorry.
When I give you answer now, then do.
Okay, explain again. I'm not asking you no more question again. Okay, let's go ahead now.
Go to school. The English say I need the English.
Okay, sorry. I say sorry now. Sorry.
See, Ali, you take time. You take time.
I'm taking time. Okay, sorry. Okay.
Say I can take time
to explain.
Yeah.
Okay.
The government said they can't rescue Obale, they can't kill us slowly. There's some of we have 10 children, no husband, to even help us to sustain our children. Now on the side what we're sending, that Susu can help us to pay our rent, to pay our children's school fee. But the government, people come here around, they tell us that we should leave the sidewalk. And once of the Pacific area, they sort of be careful with. The water, the poo water running from China Bay. They're not putting effort to clear the poo. Yeah, beyond Central Bay. Or in the car road, the necklace, and not in the crack, on the car road. Yeah, all the Ferrat necklace, they can occupy the car road. The government not see that one. But with the innocent people, why we know our job facility, our children on a house in college. Now the business we doing to sustain our children. Just like Baka can no care and they can no rescue. What I say we should fight for our children future. They don't want our children future. They can no damage our children future. If they love the citizen and they don't want riot, police or soldier, nobody can stop. Because now where we get our tenant bread from? None of the brown men, they're not supporting children with their mother, with their husband, with their everything in the home. There's some of us we're not educated at the business backing or so when they temper around us, temper them with poo. Some of us will not of our weapon. We're gonna medicine man was when you come into our market, we'll plan your eye. We will cripple you. Baba signal will whistle on you because we fell out with that no say in their country. Yeah, you say I can rescue them, one care or slow them. I can't in there. So security, they keep my police, they keep my around with selling police, they keep no get our awareness for now until the 7. They want to see her on the street. That's it, but you don't get nobody job facility. And on the street, the people from the federal office they can come by our son and what people making in it. Yeah, and that blessing which not belonging in market. Now along the street, and that market or say woman in a general market. Say la brother phone all over the world, the great America, they sat on the street. Africa, they sat on the street. Now they la brother. Why can improve that they want to suppress us on the street?
I have been working for the past 6 years with your government, and we are caretaker. We are the one that doing the cleaning up and thing. Since Joseph Boakai for the past 6 years, since Joseph Boakai took over for the past 3 months that Joseph Boakai got there, we've been working early in the morning, we can't early in the morning, can't go and sit down. That she left, so we should go and sit down and wait for the 15. And I'm telling the Liberian government, I'm telling Boakai, Joseph Boakai, I said Joseph Boakai, and I'm always talking to the senator, representatives that we elected you, we voted for you. We are single mother. We call you. We voted for you in the house. You're sitting there. Paulina playing with us. And Paulina play with us. She will get it wrong for herself. She will get it wrong. Paulina, the small child. She running into her. She baby. If you want to take off anywhere, pay us. We'll go and sit down. But you can't come and tell all people that we're on your way government. Are we not Liberian? Are we not Liberian? that you taking bread from our table, taking food from our mouth because of your wear. Please, our senator, you get called back. Our senator in the house, you please talk for us. You say you are going to talk for the women that what Paulina is doing to us. She's taking prayer from our mom. We will be marching as a group. We all will be going to the mansion in black. We will walk to the mansion and we'll point tire. And they will kill all the way they keep putting in your that they kill us. Because they want the king for the kill. They say they came to rescue. But they never came to rescue or they came to kill us. We will march to the mansion. Everybody going to wear black. Everybody that wear with Minister of State that they put down, I've been saying they will wear black. We'll go to the mansion, we'll put tire, we'll point it, we'll walk to the mansion. The liar they get there, the information director, the information minister is a black liar. The people came to steal. He came outside where he saw us. He stood up, he said, your words are going to Podina, coming back. He never came back. He just left on the only thing they did, they called the police are shopping us all over the place. So if they will kill us, they must be ready to kill us some money. We are Liberian. We work and we earn our own money.
Now people will use electronic and print media. They use everything to promulgate direct propaganda.
Situation that I can handle. Don't do it to me. You can't put me in any situation.
Because no, listen.
I don't think I can do this. It's against my faith. I can.
Augustina.
Value then go vehicle and money. Value and money. So if you thought of saving like you are then, you don't sometimes sit on a particular platform. And this is the reason why the argument is going to get big this few times. Because no, listen.
I don't think I can do this. It's against my faith. I can.
Augustina.
I don't want to do it.
Augustina.
Yeah.
You can't put me in any situation that I can handle. Don't do it to me. You can't put me in any situation that I can handle. Don't do it to me. You can't put me in any situation that I can handle.
Because no, listen.
I don't think I can do this. It's against my faith. I can.
Augustina.
I don't want to do it.
Augustina.
Yeah.
You can't put me in any situation that I can handle. Don't do it to me. You can't put me in any situation that I can handle. Don't do it to me. You can't put me in any situation that I can handle. Don't do it to me.
We now go over to Robert Tier of the Unity Party.
Yeah, everything I do, we must first tell the thing to the people.
That's what I'm saying.
And we've been doing that. We have people clean the champagne in our various communities. In social science, said, go to people and ask them what they name. And so you posing them to say, I name this. But if you don't ask your people, what do you carry to them? So before I ask them what they name and what they name, you take them to them.
Your three major priorities.
Right now, if you look at I'm a teacher in profession.
You teacher?
Yeah, I'm a teacher. The second thing is that we want the borough's autonomous.
The borough's what?
It's autonomous. Yeah, it's autonomous.
Go ahead.
And we look at some of the things we want to consider because we talk about autonomous. That means you have a lot of facility. Thing that you should do in the borough. And if you are autonomous and you have other things to do, and if you look at the men are young people graduated from college in the district. Right now, the first thing we embarked was to have a reconciliation regional meeting all of the communities.
So Tia, at what level were you teaching? Was it elementary, junior high, or senior high?
We're taking elementary divisions.
Oh,
elementary division. And we're credible, we are more accessible, and we're development oriented. So
Hello, Robert B. Tier is a librarian. After our graduation from the elementary school, we keep the Murray Road to attend the junior high school, the Pasadena Junior High School, and from there we went to Central High and we graduated 2000.
We now go over to Robert Tier of the Unity Party.
Yeah, everything I do, we must first tell the thing to the people.
That's what I'm saying.
We've been doing that. We have people clean the champagne in our various communities. In social science, said, go to people and ask them what they name. And so you posing them to say, I name this. But if you don't ask your people, what do you carry to them? So before I ask them what they name and what they name, you take them to them.
Your three major priorities.
Right now, if you look at I'm a teacher in profession.
You teacher?
Yeah, I'm a teacher. The second thing is that we want the borough's autonomous.
The borough's what?
It's autonomous. Yeah, it's autonomous.
Go ahead.
And we look at some of the things we want to consider because we talk about autonomous. That means you have a lot of facility. Thing that you should do in the borough. And If you are autonomous and you have everything to do, and if you look at the good time, many young people are graduated from college in the district. Right now, the first thing we embarked was to have a reconciliation regional meeting all of the communities.
So, Tia, at what level were you teaching? Was it elementary, junior high, or senior high?
We're taking elementary divisions.
Oh, okay.
Elementary division. And we're credible, we are more accessible, and we're development oriented. So,
Hello. Robert B. here is a librarian. After our graduation from the elementary school, we keep the moral road to attend the junior high school, the Pastor Junior High School, and from there we went to Central High and we graduated 1998. I'm a teacher in professions. Robert here is one of the daughter's sons. Robert here is one of the credible sons. Robert here is deserved to be a servant in the district. Robert here is a public servant. I always work at the
Fantastic students. We want to say hats up to all of you. Wherever you are, it's great joining us tonight right here on this very day. And so we are grateful to the Almighty God that we are here beaming with life and that of good health. And no matter what the circumstances are, we are certainly getting there. And we are forever grateful and going for this weekend. And it's quite a great moment for all of us. And with God being on our side, with no fear nor favor, we are right here doing what we think we can do for our country. This is an interesting moment for all of us, especially those of us who believe in this one country of ours. So everything we do is for the betterment of our country, and we care less about how anybody feels, especially when we are doing everything consciously and for the befitting and look of our country. And that's what we are striving towards, and we will continue to strive towards that. And there are people who want to feel somehow we can only tell you sorry, but we will unapologetically say sorry, but we will continue into what we intend doing for our country. And we've always told you that we owe you nothing, absolutely nothing. We owe you nothing. We owe it to our country. And we owe it to our consciences to make sure that we do the right thing for our country. It doesn't matter what you may feel about that. So some of the things we say or do here, it doesn't put us in a position of being perfect. No, it's just that we just want to muster the courage to do what we think we can. This is a moment that this is the kind of contribution that we can give to our country. Selfless contribution. And that's what we can do. And let me say thanks to Prosa and thanks to Representative Francis Foko and that of Representative and Yeke Kolba and others who had a peaceful protest today, and being one person who had always said that I don't like protests to take political phase, meaning politicians to organize protests. I don't support that. And I also had been one person who had always said that any protest that will be staged, I hate to see politicians trying to use people for their own personal aggrandizement. I'm one of those persons. So I had always said it. Even in time past, we said that when the SUP organized their protests, faced the country here and there, and we were looking at the nature at which they were having these protests and things there, we stress on those. And today, at least, the protest went on with theirs today. It was quite peaceful. And there were a team of motorcyclists who also decided to join the protest today. It was quite peaceful. And all we can say is that the events of today, it is just a great sign. This is not an organized one that is influenced by politicians, right? So the CDC, as a political party or other political establishments in this country, they've all sat back and currently they are taking no action. The individual lawmakers, whom themselves saw it fit to support these guys, decided to join them. And that's what they did today. And other Liberians who felt the pinch of the kind of advocacy that these guys were on decided to join in as well. So you saw the cyclist team and represented by their team. That also helped today's activities. Good enough that it ended peacefully. So we are very much grateful. We want to say thanks to the police and the state authorities for doing everything they can and for provide the necessary security for the guys today. I want to say thanks to them so much for all. And my own issue, especially with that, let me be blunt with it, and I want to say thanks to the guys, but I actually don't like, especially when people stage in protests. I don't know, maybe it was an assembly point at the embassy. It was an assembly point. But I don't think it was meant to read anything to these people. You know, for every time you gather at the U.S. embassy and you try to sit up before these people and make them to think that they can stop almost everything in this country, especially when you're supposed to take on your own charge, it just takes away something. For me, I just believe strongly that if I want to do something serious in this country, I'm not going to call the attention of the embassy to go do what? To go call them their attention to do what? You know, we shouldn't make certain people to think that they are the ones who are responsible for our peace, for the tranquility we should have in this country. Going to these people all of the time and try to stand up before them and say, oh yeah, this, that, you crying to them. Don't cry to them. You know, it's just like you crying to people who have been maybe problems for you. So you cry to them all of the time, but at the same time, you are crying to them and then crying against their conducts. So why can't you do your own thing? Go to the right people you're supposed to. You're not supposed to even be crying. Citizens ought to be crying. You're supposed to be demanding. So when you go to the embassy with protest, you are going to cry on them. When you're coming outside now, you are going to demand. So what do? Don't go to the crying moment, because you are not going to cry. Your protest is not meant to cry. Your protest is meant to demand. So your protest is meant to demand. So don't put crying component there, because each time you assemble at these embassies and things, then you are trying to call their attention. You are crying to them. Don't cry to them. Do what you think you can. When they see you, they will come. Don't go to them. Don't go backing them and tell them, oh, yeah, we'll bring it for you to see what's happening. It's not their business to see what's happening. Do what you think you can do. Look, when we were going to our elections, it was about us as Liberians. Let's try to take some responsibility. Let's try to be responsible enough in what we do. So these are some of the things we're talking all of the time. By the way, we'll get to these things and we'll know exactly what we are doing. These people can read. You like it, you go to them, you pay attention to them. Why? They will still follow you. Just go and do what you think you can do. They will follow it. Don't go to them. They will follow you. That's what they're here for. They are giving reports on activities in this country. Whether you go or you come down, you think the people when they're ready to jump in these villages and towns and giving terrible reports on government. You think how they can do it? You think that government can go to them and tell them, say, you can't go follow or go give report? No, that's their job. Just do what you think you can. They will report what they're seeing. It's up to them. You leave them alone. Let the people do their jobs. We shouldn't be acting like, what about, look, whether we like it or not is our decision. We will bear it. They got nothing to do with us. We shouldn't be crying on these people all of the time. By the way, good that indeed we have back. And thank God it's Friday. So it's TGRF. And today is the jackpot again. And today is Friday. So 20,000 Liberian dollars is where we sit and how we sit, where we sit. Some of you have been saving. You say, oh yeah, Friday I'll try it and I'll be able to make it. Yes, certainly you can. And you will. So it's good that indeed we are here again. So the jackpot opens. So it's at the scene, star 7.5, but this time you're going to be having 200 or above, 150 or above in your phone. So maybe you can play something pretty close to $6 or maybe $10 in your phone, and then just play it as many times as you can. And on this night, we're going to have a loser's draw as well. So while it is true that you may not be successful in winning the 20,000 up front, we are going to have losers draw as well. So losers draw meaning you play the most times, there's going to be draw amongst those of you who play the most times. So that most times we're talking about, I've started this morning up to this program time and continuing towards Quincy's time. So that's how it is. So you've been playing. So if you had played this morning and didn't make it, you can now join in now so that you form part of the losers draw, the best opportunity you can get. So you go to star 7.5 and then you go to Freedom Jackpot. In fact, you hit that straight, you will see the Freedom Jackpot at 7. Then you hit on it, then there you are. You are into it. 20,000 is up for grabs for tonight. and we're going to be calling you up. Now, one rule there about it is that you got to pick your calls. When we do call you, you have to pick your call, then you are qualified for that money. So meaning when you play where you play, you have to stay to where you are, where you got network and played, you have to stay there until we call you. So that when we do call you, then you can collect your stuff and you are qualified for that. So that's where we are. And that is exactly what we are doing. So we are going to do the drops and intermittently. So it's going to work up for us because that's all we can do to help ourselves in these struggling and trying times. So you can play that starts 7.5 and so forth. So we got a losers draw as well tonight. So the chances of everyone winning or most people winning is very high. Because even when you know to get it at the 20,000 spot, then we'll get a losers draw as well. We'll pick up and that you'll be able to get. So there's there. So keep playing. And at 9, we do the draws, and then I'll be able to call the first 3, 4, 5 persons. Because I may not be able to call up, everybody, but I will call up some people. And because the numbers are too much, and especially when the winners are too much, then it gives me too much problems to call everybody. So I'll be able to call 1, 2, 3 persons. So we'll be doing some draws subsequently. In 15 minutes, we'll be doing the first draw because some of you started playing ever since this morning, even up to now. So if you did play and did not receive a call, you can keep playing again. And then we could call you up now. And that call stay expected even up to the close of our program activities for the day. So it's at 8:30 in Liberia. Wherever you are, it's great joining us right here on this very day. And so we are forever grateful to the Almighty God that we are here beaming with life and that of good health. So let's go. Let's fly out. And this is what it is, right? So we can do what we think we can. God is wonderful. And God is with all of us. A lot of things are happening. I don't know whether the EPS officers have been released, but the Coalition for Democratic Change was able to release a statement today calling on the government of Liberia to release the EPS officers, and they also frowned on the mass dismissals going on. Just about 3 days ago, we are understanding that one of the EPS officers died after he first received the news of his dismissal that was in the making. He got some pressure. He was rushed to the hospital. And as he was in coma at the hospital, they dismissed him. And then they took his letter to him while he was receiving a little revival. Just as he's recovering, they carried that letter to him on his sick bed and where he had to finally die. This is how terrible things have become in this country. This is how they are breaking the hearts of people and killing people. The man received shock, was rushed to the hospital, unconscious. And while on his unconscious bed and trying to recover a bit, subsequently, a letter went to him on his sick bed that finally he has been dismissed. And that letter was sent and read to him, and eventually he gave up. That's bad. This is not the kind of Liberia that we are looking for or that we envisaged. You know, when the white people, when the black people were fighting in the West or in a white majority in a country such as America, when they were fighting for equal rights, those rights were pointing to racial tolerance. You know what I call racial tolerance? Our ACI, right? So you got to tolerate your friend. Now, when you talk about racial tolerance, it also comes down to religious tolerance. Then you also come down to understanding about democratic tolerance. The reason we have these tolerance going on all over is for sanctity, for peace, for stability, so that we coexist. So when you hear about somebody saying you have to exercise high level of tolerance, it does not mean that Abraham William has joined your group, or I am with your group, or I believe in what you believe in, or I choose, or you should allow me to just believe in what I believe in and then do nothing about what I believe in. No, that is not where tolerance stops. Tolerance is allowing me to be me, allowing me to believe in what I believe in, and choosing to work with me in a work of my belief. That is tolerance. So that's why when you hear about religious tolerance, right? Religious tolerance does not mean that Abraham, we are going to join a Muslim man and be going to church or going to the mosques, going with a Muslim man. That is not what religious tolerance means. Religious tolerance means I should allow a Muslim man or a Christian to work at my entity despite me being either a Muslim or a Christian. So that I don't say that the institution is for me. Like, for instance, Omer Sam Sion is a Muslim. Like Musa Hassan Berete had been a Muslim throughout his entire life. Since Musa Berete started his True FM and Renaissance Communications Incorporated, the first batch of people who were there as Director General, they were not Muslims. Una son, who even the current Director General and now they just made him CEO, I think congratulations to him. He's the only Muslim guy that we have seen there. Amrusman left from there, so forth. We saw that. And these things are in line. You had Samuel Johnson coming, and you had everyone else who's falling in line, the Mary Williams and all those people, everyone falling in line, they were all Christians. That is tolerance. It's not that you will say, these people will work here, but I will never elevate them because this station, I'm a Muslim, and this is my station. I will not allow a Christian to become a Director General. No. Then it will not mean religious tolerance. Religious tolerance is align them despite your belief or whatever it is, you're working together. So what Bwaka and his team have failed on is political tolerance. It's political tolerance that he has failed on miserably. So that political tolerance had gone against the democratic tenets of inclusiveness into governance. So that I may not be in your party, I may not believe in your party. You will stick to where you are, but I will still elevate you and give you a position in my government. That is tolerance. It's not about leaving a man in where he is, but you must be able to elevate that man at a level and condone that man at a level where you say, okay, there is a place that I operate and that is where I am, but I have to put so and so person. That is what we call tolerance. And that is the level of tolerance we talk about. But what they have done and failed on is to tolerate other people. So they failed on that miserably. Right? So where we are, we think that this lack of tolerance will lead to what we call instability, insecurity. So you say, hey, Sidishan, your state to where you are, Sidishan, you believe in your party. But how many of us can see even somebody from the ANC rank who still believe in the ANC to work? That did not happen. At least under the early administration, yes, you could find some of it, at least at some level, because I honestly, Nathaniel Magay was working at the Ministry of Internal Affairs at the same time with the CDC. You did not see the kind of divisiveness that we are seeing now under Bwaka. You see the kind of leadership? Bwaka is very wicked. As a result, he's terribly wicked. Everything Costa may have his issues, but everything Costa ever predated and tagged Bwaka about, that's him. Costa first look at Bwaka in 2017 and called the wicked ticket, because the man who was presiding over that ticket was a wicked man. 6 years after that, Bwaka is demonstrating his wickedness. Costa also woke up again and said that man is very ungrateful. Yes, he demonstrated ungratefulness. You know, there are certain words that God will put in certain people. It may be a drunkard in a village. You may not like him or so forth, but that drunkard will bring out some messages that you will see for yourself, that you will listen to for yourself. That drunkard is bringing some message, and God is using that drunkard to give some message and say that the person did X, Y, Z, and people will overlook it. But God is using that person on purpose. So see the level of wickedness that's going on now. People are dying. A lot of terrible things are happening. And he did not just stop there. A wicked man tells that indeed he's going to dance with the devil. Who dances with the devil? The wicked people. They do dance with the devil. And that's exactly what he's doing. So there's no level of tolerance in this country. To the extent that now, as I speak, I challenge you. If I'm ready for Bwaka and a team to dismiss any official of the Unity Party, I will visit your office. I will go there, will take picture, I'll post it. The next day they will fire you. Just for April, we want to enter your office. Me, if the day I get ready and I want for them to fire people in this country, all my friends, and they will not run away from me, I will take picture with you, I'll post it, I say, man, thank you, you're really doing well. And the next day, they will say, fire that man there because he went and took picture with AB. So they have made this country, because of that lack of tolerance, they have made it to the extent that UP people don't want to even get along with their CDC friend to even laugh with them, because somebody will take that picture and then carry it to the boss man and say, who told you, see the man I was here, he was not with all. And you see the man laughing with that CDC people. And he also planted by the CDC people. That's why he's here for. So everyone's scared. At the very workplaces, people are not uniting. People are not working together. Where you see citizens and the unity partisans, they will work together in the communities. They are not doing that. At workplaces, everyone stay cool and whatever it is. If you ever want to stay at your workplace, you got to now dance to the tune of the unity party people. So you got to be saying things the way they want it. You cannot be there and then be supporting whatever it is. To the extent that a guy who knows me good, I went to one of these ministries just recently, just passed by. The guy knows me too good and he left my business so much. The guy shot him, and in the moment you look around, he acted like he knew me from anywhere again, because he never wanted the people who standing by to say that AB, you're doing business with AB, that AB then you can be listening to because you see this man. So you see, he's scared. That is not tolerant. That man should be able to stand to where he is, doing his work, and then see your AB and celebrate our AB. But the moment the man starts to show that, the next day, they will put a name on the list of people that come in dismissed. So everyone else is worried now, and they are within these ministries and agencies. Is that tolerance? No. That undermines democratic tolerance. You are not allowing people. Right? So we are the Muslims, we are here. We call that religious tolerance. We are here. This is a Christian-dominated nation. Whether you go or you come down. You like it, you go or you come down, we dominate. Right? But we are able to allow them, make sure we, despite their background, we vote them. If a Muslim man is contesting in district number 2, where we get dominant Christians in district number 2, you have seen that Christians have won. The last time they took Jimmy Smith from there, who they put back another Muslim. So you see how it's working, even to the extent that a bishop contested, it's hardly contested. You saw that there. That's religious tolerance. We don't care about whether you're from any Muslim background, whatever it is. We decide to live together as one people. That is tolerance. That thing had not extended to the national political level, where now people are targeting citizens. To the extent that tomorrow, the stage is now getting set where we are to come. All the EPS officers who are there now, they will move them from there. Or where Cummins or where Jeremiah Kunto even win. In some instances, he will shift some people around because they have personalized it, politicalized it. They have institutionalized it to political alignment ideologies to the extent that people will have to do what they can. Look at what it is. Go and vamu. You know some of these people in their name again. Yeah, baby, Vambumus. They say Vambumus or some kind of name. Okay, good. The NASCAR boss. I told you people, when we have took over, this guy said here, we have been friends. We have said they have known each other ever since. And the guy had never believed in joining the CDC. But when we have said he took over, Vamu told him squarely that, Chief, no matter what the circumstances are, I'm still a Unity Party partisan. So we have said, okay, you will stay here, NASCAR boss. And when the guy training got over, he still renew it. And say Vambumu will go back, no Vambumu, so he will go back there. And that's the man who are even supporting the Unity Party against Weah's re-election, because he believed in the Unity Party. We knew that. But that is what we call political tolerance. If better the man comes to you and don't be sycophant and tell you that this is me, the man is truthful. So we have said, since you are truthful, that's it. You can continue where you are. I will do what I think I can. Do you know how many times more Ali who call themselves Mr. Rich Man and today they used to be begging around citizens. You could see them passing around to the extent that citizens used to be getting vexed and say, oh, we sit down here, we're doing XYZ, that the opposition people know. That was good tenets of democracy. And lying never say, look, despite these guys being in Unity Party here and there, it doesn't mean that we are all enemies. You still see them working together. That's tolerance. Today, that tolerance is lost. You can't find it anymore. Because the moment you try it, and me, I will go around. If I not sit down with some of you, just for them to fire you. My first person I will go to go sit down with my friend, brother Cooper Passawe, I will go to the office, I go sit down there. Put my phone or in a chair, good. We take picture, we laugh together. Then I post it. They will say, Cooper Passawe won't change now. I got a mentality there. So you expect Cooper Passawe to go against person like me? Yeah? We are friends. We are friends. It doesn't matter what it is. And one thing I've always successfully done is to really target my fellow young people or whatever it is to get at them. No, I don't do that. The only reason you see me being more Ali than whatever it is, because more Ali went and sat down on the radio, despite that craziness that he did, he sat down on radio and cursed me. And I was jumping behind. I don't just do those kind of things. No, there are certain people that I know, even that can curse me on your Facebook thing. I know most of you there, but I don't prioritize you people or whatever. I know that whatever it is, I just leave it in there. So that's what it is. So political tolerance is what we need in this country, but people don't really go for that. Here I said now you are taking bunch of EPS people and you say they don't make it clear that in fact what they have done now, they have finally resolved now that from 2018 upward, and now about the GAC. Now there's a friend of mine who's in the GAC. After I stressed the issue last night, he said, AB, what you said there is true. It's putting up in harm's way. Tomorrow, you never know anything happening in this country, any trouble that come in the country. If you say you're working with GAC, the very guys who are affected by the GAC audit report, they will start hunting us. So you see the EPS have put us in harm's way. If GAC did a professional piece of job for you, and even presented that to you, you got to use them and say GAC audit, you put in the people in harm's way. But anyway, it's not wrong because the GAC boss himself had decided to politicize himself. So as a result, they just rub in the politics. So he's not a professional person anymore. But what happens there is these are people. Now, the HR at the institution, EPS, we're understanding that he too has also resigned now. If people are dying as a result of all of those things, it's becoming bad. And which is not good for our country. There's so many things I can be talking, yo, don't find sense in it. And thanks to my jumper and I had a call in DTV online. And yeah, somebody said they were in their office listening to Freedom Morning Rise. The other guy and start looking. You see there now, people are not free to listen to what they want to listen to, because that's why I made a country to be now. That's why I don't visit most of the friends that I have. You know how many officials have told me that they want to meet with me? I don't want to meet with them. Some of your top senior officials have extended invitation to meet with me, but I'm just skeptical, not to either put them in trouble or for somebody to think that I am going to them to go beg them for something, because I want to start saying they want you now the way you let them now you're not gonna beg. So as a result, I just stay in my lay corner and I'm just who I am. I will not go to them. You know, the reason there is I don't want to put them in trouble. We are friends, we'll remain friends. We are. I will continue to give them the support from distance. And that's why it is. Because the moment I enter in some of those ministries and agencies, I start visiting there. And you say, who came to here? Who came here today? That Abraham will. He went and met with the minister or they talked today. Then next day, you can hear me on the radio talking and say, ain't that the man that are giving Abraham will the money to be talking to Joseph Waka? Then our other minister in trouble. So you see there. So those are some of the things. Yeah. So we just choose to stay to where we are because we are just happy that things are happening for our own good. So we think that God is wonderful, and we will continue to do what we think we can for our country. So the things that are happening are good. You keep playing. Can't give away. We are certainly getting there. But come and do some of our draws at 9 o'clock. I will call the first. Yeah, 3 so far. Because I'm doing one. Yeah. At least if I can call about 6 to next year, I will be too happy because the time. I know. Yeah. So we may have more winners, but at least the one out, you guys know, calling back and forth can really eat our time, so we can call everybody, but at least we'll be able to call some so that you can know what it is, because even after we should have left, we can still call some, and that's what we do, which is very much important for all of us. And a lot of things are happening, and people are threatening, and my son Pascal David, he said, don't even go there because alligator what? How do you call it? Alligator people stay around, Chief. He says, you are the only person we are looking up to. Oh, they will make me to get before. Ah, see. Oh, they can get people before when you go visit. But nobody, man. You know, let me tell you something. I've got friends and they don't hate me. They love me. Even some of the Unity Party people, when they see the AB that can be talking, say they can just love me. They say, what are they guy? We just let the guy. That guy is good. And you know why they let my business? They don't check all around and they check everything. They can't find anything against me. 3 months now they be in power. Everything they pass here around, they can't get anything against me. And I like to be in chocolate. Because they my mafia are opening like this. For you to really catch me, I want to really see you. It will be too difficult. Because there is a person who not following place. And I'm looking at somebody who show him and say, oh, what a player, you will never see me. You can even see me here, say you don't even know that the AB. So why you think what they call? You know, so sometimes, but we are all Liberians. Let us feel free with one another, sit with each other. It doesn't matter what happens. We can take pictures, we post it, and those are things that can happen for the good of us. And we think that we are certainly getting there. We will certainly get there, and we can work out with it. So people shouldn't be scared of whatever it is. That's why we sit down here. We come, we tell you, say, you know, you just have to try your best. Play your lay, freedom cash give away. Can you lay 20,000? Go see the way. So you know the party people who said the king of rescue, we don't want rescuing them now. Say they are playing, they're winning. They will not call their name to say the party, but they are winning. We don't get time. That is the tolerance level. We don't have time. Because if I want to come to block all of your number, I know all of you. I know all the Unity Party people there. Your thing, and I know you. I know all of your number there. All of you in the country, I know you. But the idea is you're gonna be coming to come be playing because you're hungry. The hunger business will be part of everybody. And not one person will be hungry. Everybody hungry. CDC people hungry. Unity Party people hungry. All will be hungry. That thing will never go away. Yeah. And so I think, you people can be doing all kinds of things. You'll be doing all kinds of things. But we are all hungry people. Nobody go for you. The people get the money now, they put that in government. But all of us, we are hungry people. So let us continue to work together as hungry partners. We are partners in the struggle so that we'll continue to progress together, which is very much good for us. Yeah, but you can be doing, you know, all kinds of things there, going against people, doing all of those things. It doesn't help. But let me tell you something that may pop up. Is very much essential, and we will get to that subsequently. There is something that pop up concerning the Jessica law story. I think the House of Representatives have taken siege of it through a communication for Honorable Mama Briggs Mensa. Why it is true that the general law controlling states that judges cannot be held accountable for their judicial opinion. Renard, they cannot be held for that, right? But it is true also, you see that? It is true also that when judges are seen, or when it can be proven that that opinion, it carries along with it an appearance of inducement, bribe, so forth, then it is not the independent decision of that judge based on how he sees the law. Right? Now, if the judge took certain decisions, especially in this guy's case, the first thing these people went for, they went for the bench trial. And you know what a bench trial is? It takes away the iota of, though it's called for, it's lawful that they could go for that. Right? They went for a bench trial. Bench trial means the judge who presiding over the case will become the juror. He will become the trier of facts and become the trier of law. The law issues there, it is the judge who's supposed to deal with it when a full-fledged trial is going on where you have a jury. The jurors will deal with the issue of the facts. I mean, the explanations here and there. But what is the law controlling all of those things? And the judge is there, right? So what it does, especially when the jurors are sitting, and they listen to the case from all sides. All the arguments and things that is meant to convince the jurors. The 12 persons is to convince them. Right? So you can convince them on basic issues as to what it is. So you will be in front of these people to convince them, to appeal to them, so that your arguments before them can be appealed. So all the witnesses appearing, you will be able to target the juror. How do you make your case before them? They will have to look at that. To the extent that when cases are going on and it's going for a jury trial, to the extent that some law firms that get good money, they will hire people into the communities as mock jurors. They call them the mock juror. You know, mock juror, the same way you can have mock exam. That means the exam before the real exam, right? That's what we call the mock exam, M-O-C-K. Now, you have that mock exam. They can also have mock jurors. So they will tell the mock jurors to sit and listen to you. And the mock jurors will look in that case. A sound seasoned, law firm there, the mock jurors will sit and they will look in that case. You will do your explanation before them as though you were in court. Because your lawyer will be there dealing with you as the principal witness. Or all of the witnesses you people have who are going to be testifying here and there. You look at them, the mock jurors are sitting. And then you're trying to go on with everything. You say, no, they will not be able to go. They want, you can't do it like this. They want, you'll be here and there. This statement does not go. All the kind of things that they will be able to put together. And then the jurors then will come up. The mock juror will come and say, no, they want to. Then you will look at it by yourself. You have a fresh instant to understand. Then the mock jurors, when they finish with that decision, then it will help the lawyer to go and tell the client that we even presented this case to the mock jurors. You saw it. The state did not see that you're going to win this case. Lawyers who are sincere enough to their clients, that's what they will do. So the jurors, they play a pivotal role. And the reason why we have the jurors, and then they tell them that the jurors, the constitution of the jurors, are people who are laymen in communities. They are setting high level of academicians that they don't allow at that level. They want for the laymen then to be able to look in that case that could probably involve one of their laymen or somebody who's higher than they do. But the criteria is that you look for laymen who are down there, that their sense of reasoning, that a reasonable man at that level who does not have high IQ to think critically too much and so forth, using the law, all the kind of thing, and that's why it is. So that the jurors are there to look at it from just their layman perspective and look at it and say, look, what you're trying to do there as a court, what the court intends to do is to make this thing for the people to put that situation in their shoes, that were it to be them, what they would have done. That's why they bring those kind of people. Now, when you decide to forego that as a defense team and go for a bench trial, you are inviting the sophistication of a judge. Because the judge understands the facts. He have grown at from that level. He also understands the law. So that aspect of saying that, look, the jurors should be people who are lay people from the communities here and there, you have taken that away now. You have brought sophistication to bear. So the judge now says there and begin to look at it as somebody who's sound enough, understands the law, and then also understands it from a layman perspective. So he's going to employ all two in that case. But let's go on for the sake of the argument and that which we're following on. Because I was trying to say that these people, if the lawmakers were to investigate, especially with a seasoned lawyer serving as speaker, and we have other sound people in the lower house who are also lawyers, and they want, because what Madam Mema Branks Mensah is pushing for is an impeachment of the judge. Now, there could be grounds for impeachment. That is, if it can be found that judge was involved into certain unjudicial action that does not fall within his fiduciary duty as a judge, and he did not execute it that way, we can look at that. Because according to the speaker, he said that they had recordings before them that stated that lawyers of the defendant, they had gone to the families to bribe them. And if it is a bribe, if bribery were exchanged prior to that, that's a key element that will have influenced the decision of the judge. And if the judge decided to ignore the bribing component of it and decided to still go the way he went, then we think there is a problem with the judge. Something may have gone. It may either be he judge may not have been bribed, but something may have happened along the line. Perhaps something. So maybe that's where they are looking at it. I'm not saying that. Even if that is it, The lawyers who were involved in that could equally be complaining to the bar. And these people could be pushing for the disbarment of those lawyers. This thing is very big. If the lawyers are involved and they are informed about what is happening, because that recording is going to be very key about the 10,000 United States dollars that they had gone to the family to beg them and tell them, say, though we know they meant the SYZ when you push for this here and there. That means it was an acknowledgement from their client that he did the act. And then they were begging with 10,000. And if the judge looked at that as key person, knowing that there's no jury around, and the judge knowing the law, man, if the judge knowing the law and know that key component has come to bear, right? The judge, I know if that issue had been raised before the jury trial, the jurors would have taken key note of that. But for the judge to have ignored that, I don't know whether he ignored it, but I don't want to go too much into what it is. But I want to tell you that why it is true that you cannot impeach a judge on the basis of the judicial action he took. Equally so, if the judge, it is understood that that judge decision that he took is influenced by some other external factors that does not point to his duty as a judge, yeah, he can still go on the acts and you can ask him. Right? So I think for sure we can look at that clearly when the House continue to look into that. Let's see how it goes with them. But I think for sure, from what I'm understanding, and let me just give you an excerpt of the judge's ruling, which of course made me to come to this point of telling you that something may likely not be right. Right? Something may likely not be right. May likely. I didn't say something is not right. So someone is telling me there could be a retrial or so forth here and there. But let me read from this now former prosecutor, but now a judge himself. He wrote this to me and said this, and I brother say he watching from Benny. And hey, Dr. Ray, yeah, he said he watching from Benny. So a friend of mine and a brother of mine and I who writes this and says this: how can you have a retrial in a criminal case when the defendant is acquitted? On our law, only when the defendant is adjudged guilty by the court, that is, when a judge who hears the case without a jury finds the defendant guilty and then adjudge him guilty. That is, if a guilty verdict is rendered. So that's what he is trying to say. I will try to read my own component of the law, but I'm just reading his opinion on this matter because we get expert, what we call expert opinions that are being rendered on the basis of these kind of things. So I just want to tell you that law thing we're discussing here tonight. So for you to come and discuss the thing here, you must know what thing you send it to AB so that we know exactly where we are getting. Anybody will just can confuse my hair like that. No, it can't work like that easily now. It used to be, but it can't be again. To the extent that I know what is able to even happen to those lawyers who were involved in, if the Senate were able to find that action that we're taking by those lawyers constitute bribe, which of course is not too called for. The lawyer themselves, disbarment could be awaiting them. And of course, while the judge is going for impeachment, we could be looking for disbarment for them as well. And on the issue of that disbarment as well, I will work with the family through my local organization, the God to Justice Action Network. We are able to push on behalf of the family and complain these people and in their conduct and things then that could lead, because these are some of the things that we ought to do. But again, we are certainly getting there. So we think for sure we'll get to that. So let me read the honorable stuff. So that is why he said, honor our law only when the defendant is adjudged guilty by the court. That is, when a judge who hears the case without a jury finds the defendant guilty and then adjudge him guilty. There and then the defense lawyers may file a motion for a new trial. So what he's simply trying to say, a motion for a new trial can only come from the defense counsel and not the prosecuting team. So we got to look at the law controlling that one as well. But let's go on and then try to get on this and see. They said that that is what it is. So the lawyer then will look here. They said before the defendant is sentenced, only on one ground, that is on the ground that new evidence has been discovered by the defense counsel that were not their knowledge and when adduced during the trial of these who have set him free. So this law only benefits the defendant and not the prosecutor or the government lawyers. So see criminal procedure law, blah, blah, blah. They said this was a trial where my colleague were a judge, and I sat as a judge and jury. So, and there are procedures for the motion for new trial. If this case was a jury trial on our law, only the defendant may waive a jury trial and not the state. Also, our law does not allow prosecution to move a case to the Supreme Court on an appeal. That I know for sure, but there are conditions. And when a defendant is acquitted, right, only the defendant may appeal in a case when he is found guilty and sentenced. In practice, the government cannot appeal before. Okay, so let's leave all of these things, and the legislator shall prescribe rules and procedures for easy and of expeditious expense of inexpedient filing before the court. And was judged wrong to do a state prosecution the right to announce an appeal on the court's records after they adjudge the defendant not guilty or set him free. For me, it's a traditional practice for the state prosecutor to announce an appeal on the record of the court when a defendant is found not guilty by the jury or adjudged not guilty by the judge who sat as a jury de facto. So I think the judge was a bit exuberant to have denied government lawyers for putting it on record that they are taking an appeal that will not cross St. Paul River. You see some of the things that are happening here, and some of the things that are happening, especially in these cases, people may not understand it, but you will try to understand it from different contexts. So, like what I'm saying, I don't want to go into that, but let's listen to this little piece, an excerpt of the judge ruling, which came here. Now, the principal witness in this case, and which the judge described as a general witness, and that's a principal witness. Okay, let's leave it out. So the principal witness in this case, especially for the prosecuting team, is this lady, Lucy. According to the judge's ruling, he said that he has several other citations that he was able to read. But let me look at a few of these citations. Let me just start it from where and the citation came from, and then go. And that is what he said. He was able to cite and GCVRL 28 LRF and LRF 256 and so forth, that the evidence went and which might have supported the charge against the defendant and could not have been used must be produced at the trial, or the defendant will be acquitted. Right? So further to the above, it is an established law, it is jurisdiction, that the best evidence which the case admits of must always be produced. That is, no evidence is sufficient which supposes the existence of a better evidence. That's bar VRL 36 LRL 541. Right? So let's go on and understand what the judge said to back these citations. So he said, the same witness, which of course that Jessica now he's talking about, he said the same witness, Jessica Lloyd, who testified as a general witness, right, and represented to this court that she went off. That means Jessica said to the court that she went off and never knew that she was wounded. Returned to the witness stands as prosecution rebuttal witness. Right? So she came as a rebuttal witness after cross. I think on cross she did that. So she came back as a rebuttal. The prosecution came as a rebuttal. So as a rebuttal witness, they got her back. So when they got her back, they said she responded to this question. Madam Witness, I come to discuss sheet 9. When he was on sheet 9, who was it? Sheet 9, I don't know what. When he was on the cross examination, and I quote, Mr. Witness, do you maintain your testimonies that the injuries that Jessica sustained on September 14, 2023 was due to motorcycle accident? I quote, and in response to that question, he answered and said, and I quote, yes, Madam Witness, the question is, what do you have to say to respond to that question? So she'd say it. A witness must have stood there and said XYZ and alluded to it and said, yes, that's motorbike. I must have hit her, or let me say not motorbike, and these things. And so they said, the guy said yes, right? So the answer she gave was this, according to the judge ruling. Like the judge something I'm reading here, so though it's bland, but I'm trying something. Answer. He said, Jessica responded in this manner. Jessica said, there was no motorbike that hit me. Right? There was no motorbike that hit me. It was only me and Lucas Riches that was in the car. And he asked to help me. Anyway, some errors are unity, but anyway, we'll deal with it subsequently. He asked me to help him fix the back tire. While helping him, he hit me from the back of my head. And when I fell to the ground trying to wake up, and Lucas Rachel pushed me back to the ground. And he started to slay my neck. And now you can see the mark on my throat. And if he is saying that I was not hit by motor, I was hit by motorbike, if he is saying that, why my legs are not broken, why I was not treated for any bruises on my skin, there is no mark on my skin. And if he says that it was motorbike, what is he still saying to his lawyers for us to come to his office to give us the amount of 10,000 United States dollars? That is a wicked man. He wanted to kill me. He wanted to kill me like chicken. He is worse than the devil. These testimonies at this time given from the understanding of the judge, that which a juror would have reasoned with Jessica. The judge in his own sophisticated mind felt that this testimony that is given by Jessica is a lie, because Jessica said she was unconscious. So you sitting as a judge, let's say for instance, even if I said I was unconscious, right? At what point did I become unconscious? One, I was able to tell you that. So if I were any unconscious state that I was in, it must have happened at the point of the slaying of my neck and going. But as to whether who got down from the car, I was conscious enough to know all of that. I was conscious enough to know. Me and the man in the car, the man told me, say, get down, get to the back, and then and these are testimony that only she alone could give at that time, because the incident occurred and the issue of the slaying of the guy happened before others came in. So that testimony alone is that testimony in chief that you can use to say, look, there is the XYZ, couple of things that must have even impeached on the credibility of the statement of Lucas. When Lucas said in the court that he had no relationship with these people, the judge himself, if a juror was sitting, you have even impeached on the credibility of that man. But anyway, I don't want to go into anything relating to that. The horse said they will be able to go through it. Secondly, this guy mentioned how Lucas' lawyers had gone to her to plead, to beg, talking about 10,000. So let's agree that every other thing, because that's what the judge himself said he is ruling here. This is what the judge said. The judge said, this is what the judge said. He said, for a victim, that the judge now talking now, the man who's sitting as a juror at the same time or judge himself, he didn't want to say anything that the play reasoning come from and say there's a doubt in it. So in his mind, he created this doubt for his own personal thinking as a judge. Because at this point, if I were a judge, right? And then even if the jurors were impaneled and they were listening to this thing, they would have seen that there is a point in time here that this guy is speaking to the facts. But you know, this country is another country, and they say the judge himself, you're listening to him, and the judge himself talking about, he said, for a victim who was unaware of happening around her to become accounting for things that happened, amen, chief, and to her while she was still in her state of unconsciousness. So this judge himself, I wonder, you ask the question to say, you talk about your state of unconsciousness. At what point did it happen? Were you unconscious prior to the time you got down? Or were you unconscious after the slaying took place? At what point did she become unconscious? So let's agree that every other thing she was talking about slaying now, whatever it is, are third-party issues. Let's leave that. Because that's why he said, in his ruling here, he said to become accounting for things that happened to her while she was still in a state of unconsciousness is unusual. Hey, Chief, we all know about unconscious state, right? Prior to being unconscious, what happened? She explained it. So let's agree. You may, prior to what happened, in fact, that man, the credibility of that man supposed to have been impeached a percent for the fact that he was even denying having any affairs with that girl. Did the judge care to know that? So when the lawyers were even going to go, you know, these things, then yeah. and like own judge, like own ruling, forget about the error then inside it, whatever you did, that one did that thing. Maybe you were rushing to write it quick, so that Mr. Man could leave. But that's it. They said the state witness must have been told by a third party. So let's agree. He said, no, it's not true. That the guy was explaining that somebody told her. So that somebody told her that she got down from the car. That somebody told her that the man said she should go to the back to help with the car. That somebody told her. These are testimony that only she could give. No third party able to give that exenical part of the testimony, because the only time people came in was when they saw the incident occurring. So that point of going, so the judge and the rest of the other team, they're supposed to have focused their point on prior to that. What happened? Did you and the girl go out? Where did you take her from? Were you with her? Did you see her standing by? These are the key areas. Forget about who told what. That testimony that I gave at that point to say I got down from the car, the man told me to go back to go help it. In fact, all the testimony they get talking about is the same thing that was explained to the police, is the same thing when we call the young boys here. They explain that the same thing the judge talking about. But the judge is saying that it's not possible that the girl will be unconscious and then say she got down from car to go help the man. Who told the judge say that point at which the unconscious state took place? Anyway, you know, people don't understand some of this. You know, there are times when things are happening, sometimes we look at it, right? They say she claimed that there was no motorbike at the scene of the crimes before. And after the commission of the crimes, contrary to her assertions, the other state witness, Ada Jackson Blamo and Ernest Phillip, testified to the effect that witness Ernest Phillip got on the back to chase after the defendant after he escaped. You know, there are some plenty errors in the writing of this whole thing here. He escaped from the scene. Amen, George. If you say this, does this constitute being contrary? The guy said there was no motorbike there. You the judge now, your own ruling here. Nobody looking at the ruling. Your own ruling here. The guy said there was no motorbike there. The time me and the mayor alone were there. Right? As to what happened after that happened, she did not see motorbike. Because at that point, she has been slayed and she's unconscious at that state, so she did not see motorbike. As to what motorbike people came for her now, she could not account for that. That's what she's trying to tell you. So, imagine. And this is very simple, right? And you see, this country, you know, and I think for sure, but let's leave it with the house. They will determine what they want to look into. Then he continues and says here, similarly, the prosecution's witnesses speaking to the act of the defendant were not present when the act occurred. According to the state witness, Ada Jackson Blamo, she testified that I was sitting. So all the things are already, but why about that thing that the girl talking about? She and the man went there. That man already lied to you, say he not know the family. So you must know that the man is hiding something. You're supposed to have first established that one. Do you know this lady? Do you have any relationship with this lady? What condition you had this? Do you have, and when the people brought these pieces of evidence and things, you must have dismissed it before you even acquit this man, because that's what you did, and that's what the judge must have done. You know, they quote here, you know, they quote, just read the whole opinion. I want for you to grab a copy of this audio, all the judges, all the lawyers, grab this judge ruling, look through this ruling. I haven't read the whole thing here, just a little part, because that the area now he said, right? This is the testimony in chief, because there is a girl who was there, who saw what happened, right? Jesus Christ of Nazareth. But anyway, let's leave it like this. Let's leave it like this, and we can just say these things, and we just go on. But that is something that we can look at. So the house can look at it, because the recordings are there. It is very glaring. And the guy even mentioned on the issue about lawyers going there to go do XYZ. If you listen to that recording, they were not even going for criminal issue. They are going there to say that civil issue, you know, it will pay for damages, all the kind of thing that they were alluding to civil issues. Right? Good. Now, I'll come in. Let me share with you something. I never wanted to do it, but I will do it now. This is very important. So they can look at that judge and then maybe asking some questions. But again, like I'm saying, you can't just whatever it is and then just go on with it. And there you go. God is wonderful. And so we are certainly getting there. Good. So that the judge own thing in royal, that the judge own ruling years old. The judge say not true. That somebody who was unconscious. So let's agree that she was unconscious. At what point did she become unconscious? Then the judge also here ruling said the only doctor that talk about the pregnancy issue, they say they want to call the doctor say that he couldn't establish what was the cause of the bleeding. What kind of doctor will go and check somebody and they tell you say they don't know the cause of the bleeding? Then you take that. Could you imagine the judge? The judge. God, this country is an interesting country. God. Then you using that kind of thing then to say what? But you see, this country is an interesting country, and every time we say these things, you people don't get it. You will never get it because let me get to this. I don't know. Okay, so they had gone. There's a negotiation part of the 10,000 something. Where they going to what they call? They say, right? I want for you to listen to this and know when she even mentioned it and said that if this man claimed that it was Motoba that hit me, why is it a left mark on my throat? Why is it my foot did not break? The guy brought all the reasoning to the judge. So because he's sitting as a juror now, he's standing there. That is the role that the jurors were playing because she was being addressing the jurors. When she was in the witness box, she was being addressing her peers. And then they're having these discussions right there. The judge assumed that role, which of course is called for by law. The defendant decided to call. So there this guy is explaining, why will they come to me and say they won't give me 10,000? This man has already lied that he doesn't know the girl from anywhere. There's nothing that happened. How will he send his lawyers to go and beg her for them to drop the whole thing for 10,000 to bribe them? That was a bribe. Is that not important to you as a judge? Can you imagine that? But anyway, let's go on. Let's go on. That's it. Let's listen to them. These lawyers have gone to go plead with the family and say that, look, this thing that happened is let's say for instance the maximum you can get according to our law. They were doing their own consultation. According to our law, the maximum you can get as a result of death by accident. So they are describing the incident as accident, meaning they are going more severe in their negotiations for damages that you will be able to get XYZ. Then they came out again and said, look, though it may not be her incident may not be one or same. So they are having these discussions. Right? Listen to that. Good. And the guy mentioned it in the courtroom. I just thought the recording came up. But he mentioned the 10,000 United States that they have gone to. Then the man has started lying that he doesn't know the guy from anywhere. And they accepted by a lot of human being to go free. This is bad. This is bad. Y'all listen to it. Not me, oh. Not me. They are your own lawyer there. That's what they call. Y'all listen. Y'all listen to this. I want for you to listen Google. Y'all listen well. So it's very low for those of you out there, but I will try to boost it, and whenever I can, and I will get back with it. But this tells you that we've got it right. So I will boost it so that you'll be able to listen to it and get it. But this is a negotiation that they are having, and the lawyer, I don't support what he did, acknowledging that a client did the act and so forth. He doesn't support what he's doing. So they now move forward to come and talk to the family. Only for them to go to court. But we are being told in the law school that we are not supposed to be coaching our clients to lie as lawyers. Where you will coach your client and say lie. So let's take, for instance, if you know the things are looking funny, I'll say everything coming outside in the way it is coming, and it's going to be bliss to all of us. Or Liberian in a formal manner. And then they go and advocating for one woman. Maybe they're afraid of sanction or they're afraid of something. You see how then a man walking up like that. And then have you really gone through this ruling? Have you really read through this ruling? I want for Councillor Fonati Kofa, the Speaker of the House, to look at this ruling and look at it. It will guide he and his team. If the ruling will be able to help you to understand as to where you want to go, how you want to get, what you want to get. Because the thing with all the things that are happening inside this case, anyway, we will, so I think we don't want to, sometimes everybody would like to politicize things, but I like for things to be in the context or the confines of the law. Because every time we want to politicize it, then we take away the meat of what really it is. And it will be bad. We can politicize this. And this recalling is going to be too damaging for not just that, but the lawyers who may have done that. And I go on there. Let's see whether nothing can happen to them as well. So we think that this record, I'll boost it subsequently and we'll play it. So I'm still going through the ruling itself. I'm still going to the ruling itself, and so we will boost everything here, and we see it happening as it is. But for Liberians, yeah, I don't even know it. And also, how the white people treated your own Liberian in America. The two standard water spoon. First of all, standard water spoon wanted to say he's not guilty. The old lawyer then went to him, they understood the whole case theory, everything they tell him, say, well, man, just plead guilty. Because that's the profession. When you look at everything is factual, then your client tell you, say, I'm not guilty. What I call a old lawyer then went to him and told him, say, the case, yeah, don't make it difficult for us. Just plead guilty. Let's do what we think we can do. That's what lawyers do. At one point, you never wanted to go for trial. You wanted for the man to go free. Nobody should do it. Then you come back and say, oh, yeah, there's that. And this is not a point in where you are saying that it is plea bargaining that you are fighting for, but the family resisting that, and you say, let us go. Let a man get what indeed he can get, but you will not get what you want to get out of it. You will get this minimum. Up to now, even the minimum that you claim that the man are coming to get, either you go to jail, you did it to the extent, I don't know what kind of system you work with, the man went free. Free, the man went free. Then you call yourself lawyers. The lawyers that were there on this recording, and I will, like I said, I will boost it. I thought that I did do that, but I didn't do. And which, of course, is bad on their part. And, this country is an interesting country. This country is certainly an interesting country. So, we think for sure we are certainly getting there. So the initial offer of 10,000 and that we was given was rejected. And so during our same meeting, according to the family, the also offer was increased to 20,000, which again they declined and said, no, they never wanted it. So we think for sure. And the family legal representative in that meeting was a prosecutor named Naomi Ford Wilson, was also there in that meeting from the Ministry of Justice, from what they said. And I was also present. And as the that were there from Richie Uno lawyer there. That they included one Eric Malu, one Joseph and B. Debley, and Jimmy Bomo. Jimmy Bomo were also present in that meeting, and that's what they claimed. That's what they said. That's what the family said in what they shared with us. So these are the important things. All right, folks, that's all the time we got. We gotta go for our weekend. People gotta get our jackpot winning here tonight. So we go on with the first three, and I quickly we ought to go on right here on this very time. Where's my something form? So, folks, that's all it. I just try to give it a gist of what may have been the major defining moment of the judge's ruling. But when you go through the whole thing, you will get to know where we are getting. Go and read through it. Google for yourself. We are certainly getting there, and which is very much good for us. So let me call my first jackpot and winner. If you pick, then you're really the winner for true. If you don't pick, then I said because there are several here. I'm just starting with you because of time, because I have to go with many as I can. If I can't, then of course it will be okay with me. So you can call us on 0776 104 086 500 104 are the numbers to call tonight right here on this very time. We are certainly getting there, and we will certainly get there. So let me see. Okay. Hello. How you doing? All right. So this is Abraham William from Freedom FM. How you doing, Baba? Okay. Did you participate in the Freedom Jackpot today? Okay. How many times you played today? Today you played 2 times. All right, 200. So I want to inform you that since you did that and you've been playing, but today you only played 2 times, meaning that all you could do, 400 Liberian dollar is what you played today. So I want to inform you that with the grace of God being on your side, that with God's blessing being upon your side, and with your consistency, endurance, and commitment, I want to announce that you have won the 20,000 for today. Yeah. So you won the 20,000 for today. Thank you so much. Congratulations. So what? Shortly. What's the name you've got on your SIM that you play it with?
My name is Kanye.
Oh, you my niece? Wow. That means 2 all can share it. Last trip. All right, so you the money now, and when you get it, you just call me back. I beg you. I don't have the time to call you. You will call me back now. Please do. When you get it now.
I'll do that.
Yeah, please do. Okay. So let's end with 410. That's his last 3 digits, and so just send that money to him quick. Let me get to the next person as we are getting to our callers right here, and to call it on the show here. We'll get losers draw as well. So those of you whom I may not be able to call, we're trying to do losers draw alongside so that you get it. So let me see 05555550. I can hear me calling this kind of way 40 30. All right, so this is it right here on his die. So let me get here to the next person who could pick. If you don't pick, I'll go to the next because I don't have time on my side and I have to struggle with time. So I always told you, each time you play, keep your phone on and ready at all times throughout the day. And it could be my show, it could be Quincy's show. Like some of you who play now, if I didn't even call you, I will pass that number on to Quincy. You'll be able to buckle up with you as well. And how you doing?
Yeah.
How you doing?
I am.
This sounds like a female.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. All right, so this is Mr. Abraham Gosden William.
Yes.
Okay, so I am calling you now as I speak, and Councilor Johnson, I get to you very briefly. Thank you. So I'm calling you now. Did you play the Freedom Jackpot today?
Yes.
Okay. How many times you played?
I played 2 times.
You got here from me. She wants shout.
Yeah.
All right. Congratulations, you won. And which one of the sing you play? Which one of the name you play with? And on the sing.
Mommy W. Wilson.
Mommy W. Wilson. Congratulations. Yeah. So they will send you the money just now. Yes. All right, so Mommy, you have to call me back if you can. Now, let me get to Councillor Arthur Johnson. He's right here with us tonight. He provides an expert opinion on some of these issues evolving. And so there is a right here. And Councillor Arthur Johnson, how you doing, sir? And of course, one of my silent listeners who will always step in when the need arises. How you doing, sir?
I'm good.
Okay. So you being the papa, the teacher, the doctor in things of everything, criminal prosecution and everything, or criminal lawyer and everything, and I certainly emulate everything. Thank you so much. I think it's all yours. We are listening. What's your take on what we're discussing here?
Yeah, maybe I'm not there to really criticize or so, but I just want to give an opinion regarding how the court processes work, especially when it comes to criminal procedure in our Liberian legal system. My take on it is that I think one of the best things that Jessica can do is to seek a civil proceeding against this guy. But now, because the reason is, in the criminal aspect, the first thing is the judges are protected under the law, both in the Constitution and our rules of code and the court procedure. So they are protected from whatever decision they take based with their wisdom on regarding the judgment about a case that appears before them. If, for what you are saying, that there is evidence of recording, that evidence of recording must either be established that yes, the judge was involved into that evidence of recording. And if that was the case and the prosecution had that information, the best time that they should have done it was the period before the final judgment was given by the judge. Because if you delay in that process and the judge rules and says the defendant is not guilty, you're done. The law is that whenever before the final judgment comes out, you find out that there is something fishy, you file an application to the court so that the case cannot be completed. But if you allow for the judgment to come, you cannot question the judgment. Once they are declared a man free, you can't do anything again. For example, there was not a jury trial. It is considered a jury de facto, meaning the judge was sitting as a juror. So, but if there was a jury trial and you found out that jurors have come back with a verdict and found the person guilty, the judge sets a particular period, about 4 days, in order to render the final judgment. In that case, the prosecution can make an application to the court and say, we are asking the court to reverse the verdict of the jury because there was jury tampering. In that case, the judge was sitting as both the jury and the judge. So he was deciding the issue of facts and he was deciding the issues of law. So the prosecution, before the judge will come up with the final judgment, should have made the application. Because the tricky thing in criminal procedure is that when the argument has been heard, the judge reserves ruling. I mean the final judgment now. The prosecution, the defense will argue their case to the judge and say, Your Honor, we are asking you to find the defendant not guilty. The prosecution will say, let's say we say guilty, then the defense will say, not guilty.
Those are
After all of you have argued, the judge will say, I have now listened to all of the arguments, the final judgment will be rendered on so and so day. So if Jessica had the information, had the belief, and she knew that she was already being asked by the defendant that they wanted to compromise the case, and so it was better even they could have come with a reporter. She could have come as a reporter witness to explain that.
But it was on rebuttal that she even explained that.
Okay, good.
In the judge's ruling, it is mentioned there that it was on rebuttal that she even.
Very good. So on the basis of that, because I'm hearing from your show that they are alleging that there was something like the judge was involved in the case or something.
Oh, no. It is a complaint that was filed by Moema Briggs Mensa, and then the whole said they will look into it to see whether there is any iota of something that may have influenced the judge's decision. Because on the basis of the discovery,
yes. But then that's the difference.
So that's what they were talking about.
If they had in their possession at the time during the trial that indeed there was something that resembles tampering with the judge, they should identify the people that asked the judge to recuse himself.
Yes, certainly.
Before the judgment. Or before the judgment, after the argument, they asked the judge not to come up with the case, let him leave the case.
Okay.
Period. But if the prosecution waited for that judge to render that, because when the judge says in a final judgment inquiry, say you are free, that means not going back to central prison.
Yeah, that's true.
That man will say, rather say, all my things like over there, you bring it. And I'm going there. That's the kind of thing it is. That's why I make our case sticky. But you again, AB, let me speak as a practical lawyer in the courtroom.
Yeah.
You see, actually, the prosecution is not really strong for now.
Okay.
Remember, the case is being tried during the transition. And most of the lawyers, because it was all of the country attorney, most of them, they are not even being allowing them to go to court because they say, President Joe, we amended, they say some of them must stay away. Most of rather is still struggling. The strong county attorney that we had there, like Bro had there before even President Barker took over, who in fact prosecuted successfully the former Chief Justice and a very trained criminal lawyer, Councilor Sisi, cannot be going in the court here effectively because these are still ambiguity and issues that are being raised, and so a lot of political things are going on in the court. So it's hampering his effectiveness.
You're right.
So he had not been in the court there too. Because I know to say, if he was in that case, that guy couldn't go free. That guy could not go free. It's not possible. It's not possible. Okay. Yeah. So the prosecution gets a lot of things to do.
Yeah.
So if you know that somebody is infringing on your rights and you have a criminal case in court, you don't just leave it with the prosecution. If you observe that, you got to bring in serial lawyer. I gave you an experience. There was a time I had a client who the boy went and slapped the guy's throat somewhere in Pinsville there. And the case came to court. And but the way the case was going, I'm not saying it with disrespect to the lawyer representing the prosecution at the time that were prosecuting the case. But we needed to enter that case to do certain things. Because if the prosecution fails to do certain things, and sometimes they become reluctant because no support went to the prosecution, so you will not see them vigorous. You getting the point? Because I start following that case to the judge. So some of the
I'm really surprised. That's because I think the family still have backup lawyers and the private prosecutors in the likes of Tiawan, Gongo, and so forth. I think they were all there. I don't know why still something happened in the form and manner it happened. I don't know. I don't just know.
What Councilor Gongo, a prosecutor in the case?
He was there as well. I said in the family. Yeah. As the family, yeah.
Was he actively representing? Because I know Gongo.
Yeah, that's what the family said. The family said they went to him. He the one they trusted in everything. That's what the family said. But I don't know why his on-court record. I don't know whether his on-court record has been one of those as well. Yeah,
because I know Councilor Gongo's strength. I practiced with him. We represented the 19 Grenadians way back in criminal code on the charges of mercenary under Madam Salih's government period. And so I know his strength. So that's why I'm asking whether he was there, because there are issues in criminal law and AB. You got to know that in criminal law, the criminal agency matters a lot.
Certainly.
And sometimes a very smart defense lawyer looks for prior inconsistent statement. You did that in evidence law.
Yeah.
If the defense counsel is a smart investigator, he will first of all look at the first statement you made before you even came to police to record. If that statement is contradictory to the one you made and the subsequent one you made in court, he capitalizes on it. He's waiting for reasonable doubt.
Yeah, to create it, yeah. Yeah.
Two, the girl was slaughtered. The girl was caught in the throat. On the throat, I mean, from the throat that they used the knife. The prosecution, the police people, it was very important for them to get that knife. And they never produced that knife. It was very important. The reason it's important is because that knife is called the criminal agency.
Yeah.
On that knife, if it was this guy to prove the man whether he did all that he denied doing, you could have gotten that knife, the man fingerprint would be on the knife.
DNA testing.
You left the fingerprint on the knife to show that indeed it was the man who was holding the knife. The police, I think, did not produce that knife from what I've been asking. They said they didn't bring the knife to court. Then there is this question about our witness testimony. And most of the witnesses, from what I heard, is that none of them testified said they actually saw this guy cutting this.
No.
So there were no eyewitnesses, that what we call direct evidence.
Yeah.
Then the physical evidence was missing. So all of the things that the prosecution was depending on is what we call circumstantial evidence.
Yeah.
And so in criminal law, when you establishing the corpus delicti, in other words, the body of the crime, or you can say the substantial foundation that you can establish that a crime was committed and that the person accused of committing the crime is the man who committed the crime, that was circumstantial, that's what the government was depending on.
Certainly.
So those people who are testifying, their testimony must be so connected, logical to the extent that there must be no doubt. If slightest doubt, the person will go free because you're using a threat to convict now because you have no physical evidence, you have no direct evidence. You get what I'm trying to say?
Keep going.
So that is where it became complicated. But then the actual question that is carrying the sentiment is, if you say this guy was not a person that caught this girl's throat, then who caught the throat? So you know criminal law. That was something. You know, maybe you are lawyer, you know, the law is apolitical, it's not sentimental.
Yeah, you're right.
That guy can still survive.
That's true.
From civil proceedings, she can sue that guy civilly and can recover damages.
Okay.
Yeah, but the way she lost it, she done. Okay. So criminally, no way they can reverse that decision.
All right. So just tell out of there. Let me speak with Jessica Law's father, who's on the line. Yeah. Hello, how you doing? This thing. Hello.
Hello, this is Andrew Lloyd.
Yeah, Lloyd. Let's go on. Yeah, once you take on this thing, though, it's not like exchanging between you and. But we just want to hear from you. Yeah, quickly.
Yeah, I'm the father of Jessica Lloyd.
Oh, okay, Mr. Lloyd. Yeah. So let me hear from you, please, quickly.
Calling from Banofield right now.
All right.
I got an issue.
Okay.
You know the police number one. For the very first stage of this investigation, when Lucas was taken from Roseville Airport to the police station, Lucas denied that he had never had any interaction with the girl. He don't even know the girl. In my presence, Lucas said he did not know the girl. Lucas denied it. Later on, Lucas said he never knew anything in the court about traditional wedding. It was his lawyer informing that this was the traditional wedding that you had. But the judge should not listen to that. The second to last hearing, Jessica came as a reporter. She said, it was the time she said, you lawyers, Lucas, defending lawyer, you were not the one that asked my parents that we should receive $10,000 for you people to drop the case, and we rejected it. George gave death ear to that. And for me, I'm a private security officer.
So the judge gave death ear to that, but what did the lawyers say? The lawyers representing her, did they raise that an issue as evidence to back up? Because that is very important.
We have little knowledge of the law, so we cannot do anything, or we don't look it up to them.
So the prosecuting team, because it's good that government can want to shadow some things, but again, we have a private lawyer who serves as a lawyer representing you there will be in your best interest. It's possible.
We have Councillor James Nipan, government lawyer.
Okay.
We have Councillor Chemo Gonglo, private lawyer.
Okay.
Who voluntarily came on our behalf We are also a lady from Israel, the Female Lawyer Association.
Okay.
Now only 4.
Okay.
And very much supportive, and she followed the case from their own side. Can you imagine the day before the second and last hearing? Lucas Legal was parked at the Simple Bridge Airport. I went to patrol in that area because I'm a security personnel. His car wasn't there. I called my wife. I said, guess what? Cynthia, Lucas' car is not here. She called her uncle. She told him. She uncle said, it doesn't make any difference. Lucas has no case. They came to defeat him. That's what he told her.
Ah, okay.
Can you imagine?
All right, so what you guys are planning to do next, because it's already done, like we said, and we are looking at it from all sides. During the house set, they will be able to prepare to see whether the judge and some of the things were deliberate and I was influenced by some things, and he was not doing the context of the legal reasoning. His reasoning may not be something that you may like, but again, and if he did it and consciously, and it doesn't matter whether it pleases you or not, but again, we look at in the context of that, then of course there's nothing wrong. So you people are taking the matter to the house or so forth, or what's next? What did the lawyers tell you after that?
Mr. Will, after everything, we went to the lawyer would say the judge didn't do well. Actually, the judge didn't do well. The judge acted very wicked and evil to us.
Now, what the lawyer told you, say they go tell it. They told you they go confused. They can't do it now. They can't say the judge acted wicked about. Now, what they told you?
I said after.
Yeah, but after that, no, the lawyer told you say the judge was wicked about. Is that what he said?
No. He told us the judge didn't do well.
Oh, okay.
He never expected what happened.
Yeah,
he never expected Lucas to walk away.
Yeah.
As a free man. He never expected. So I think in my own mind that the judge didn't do well. I think he's wicked, more evil than Lucas, the judge. Only because we don't have the financial strength to fight our case.
Yeah, but perhaps again, maybe your lawyer. Okay. All right, Mr. Law. Thank you. So let me get on to the next one, and then we'll get on to your calls. Thanks to you so much, Councillor Arthur Johnson, who always coming, chipping in, and I really appreciate that, sir. And this is where we are, one. So I want to get to the next caller right here on this very die, and I will get to true call Justino Gray. He said that 102 threatening him. Well, I would like to get on to that and to know what's the threat about, right? But let me get to this caller, and then we get right back. And time. Oh, they might caller being on effort sense. Let me pick this and WhatsApp caller, then we'll get to this caller. Hello, how you doing?
Hello, AB. This is Medicine from New Jersey.
All right, Medicine, please just hold on. Let me just get to this caller. Yeah, quickly, I'll get back to you. Hello, how you doing? Yeah, boss. How's everything with you?
I'm okay.
Okay, Ibrahim, we are here.
Okay, I'm calling.
Okay, so I'm calling you. Did you play Freedom Cash giveaway, the jackpot edition for today?
Yes, sir.
How many times did you do that?
I did that once.
Yes. Can you imagine that? Wow. God is wonderful. So I just got to inform you that you won the 20,000 just at one try.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's surprising, right?
It is.
Certainly. Have you ever played 2005 and 4,000 before? Have you ever done so?
I actually haven't. Nope. This was my first.
There's your friend.
Yes.
Gosh. Your name, please.
Colin Williams.
All right. So, Colin Williams, you have to wait. You will receive the money. When you receive it, then you do call me back, please.
Okay, sir.
All right, great. Colin won, and I just at one try. It's happening. Let me just go try. Can you imagine that? And what are you doing?
Yeah, AB, sorry, the call dropped.
Yeah, the call dropped. Yeah, you can go on now.
Yeah. AB, one thing you said from the beginning of the show about the Liberian protesters that went to the embassy, why they had to go to the embassy.
Again, dropped again. You can call back, please. And getting to the next line of callers right here on this die. We are certainly getting there. I don't know why, and why the line just keeps dropping. Hello, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know why we have to take our issue to the American people when we're supposed to decide our own.
That's the point. And so let me get on to this, and I'll be mixing it up with my winners, and I hope we can have that done there. Then we'll have the losers draws that will be up as well. So hello, how are you doing? This one. Hello, how are you doing? Good evening. Let's hear from you quickly. This sounds like Ruben Canning.
Yeah, this Ruben Canning.
All right, Ruben. Let's hear from you. All right, let's hear from you, please.
Maybe
before yesterday, I heard about that case. I'm not a lawyer, but in my own mindset, they are clearly indicated that the poor man in this country does not have right. So the fact that lady, look at that case that lady put on that lawyer. Everything that happened, he started in that 48 when the case started. You were behind that or the former Chief Justice case and the chief that you follow this case. Until this time, today, that family grieving because few hand that case. If this woman, that man was an Indian man or Lebanese man or Florida man, maybe the one or American and the front of us. She would get back in
All right. Thank you, boss, for your contribution. So let me get on to the next caller here. Yeah. Mother, I hear from you. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, hello, Mom. Let's hear from you quickly, please. No time.
Hey, how you doing, Mama?
How you doing, Mom? Fine.
It be my heart saying yesterday, my uncle. When the people would ever win kids in our brother. Can you imagine? Now, America and brother will put that to your throat and go free. Eh? So they didn't even think about it get unborn baby. What about the baby? He get a get medicine. Eh? He get a get medicine. Before they better move, right?
That's what she said.
And he said he didn't know her. Yeah, he said he didn't know her. But what about the wedding picture? Did he look at it? They got married traditionally. Everything is out there. Did he really look at it? Every woman in this country, our heart is bleeding right now. For Liberians to let their own child down, the justice system, to let a man go. Are you serious? In a million years, it can't happen in the country. It can't happen. He alone the judge. I don't even know how the law system, the whole thing working like bro. He alone the judge. He alone the everything.
That's in that law. It's controlled. It can happen. No, but it can happen. Yeah, but it can happen. The man can be judge and jury at the same time, and the defendant can call for that. So it's not only related to
okay. And the girl said that the people came to the house with money. The people came to the house with money. He played everything low to let that man go. Can you imagine? I talked to a lawyer in my church. I talked to a white man, lawyer in my church. I explained everything to him. The message, don't you know that if that man can in the country, if you're the Latvian community you're put together, you can open a case here and he can go to jail.
After
you commit crime out of the country, you cry here. Yeah, he can cry here. They can cry here, open case. I explained everything to the man. The man said, what? After he saw a knife, he almost killed the man. And people were around. But when he saw the judge to say, how you know that he saw a knife? First of all, the guy said he now behind her head. Right?
Yeah.
So she was unconscious. Everybody is crying here.
Okay.
It's so sad.
No, certainly everyone is crying there. Thank you, Mom, for your contribution. And this caller, I will call you back just one. I don't have time. That's why I always tell you people keep your phone. I don't have much time. Remember, we're mixing up with our regular callers, and it's for our own good and other regular callers as well. So when you don't pick, then I pass you, and I think it's bad for you. So I'm just getting to the last one now. Then I'll be able to get on to the next call quickly. Then we go on. Let me get on to this one. And what are you doing? And Trocon Justino Gray. What's up, Chief? How's everything with you?
Lord, thank God for life. Thank God for the life of the motorcyclists who also have been threatened by this government.
How is that? And you guys were in the streets alongside the ProSat team today.
Well, again, let me say, firstly, to appreciate all of the motorcyclists who came out today in solidarity with our friends from the student community, which is ProSat. we went there today to identify with our friends because we believe that what they were raising, the issues that they were raising were all genuine and were in the interest of our country. And so we as motorcyclists whole lives and also our source of income have been threatened by this government, we thought it was important that we go and stand in solidarity with our friends from the student community.
Okay, good. So it was quite successful. There was no glitches, nothing, no fight, nothing. At least peacefully, you guys ended.
Yeah, we are always been peaceful,
okay.
And that is the reason why we told the police director that you can't get any reason of taking us from the street, and because we have been very peaceful, we have been respecters of the law,
okay.
And so you can take over as police director, and the only way you think that you can be seen as the most effective or being an effective police director is to deny us or using the street. The police director called us for a meeting at the Labrador National Police Headquarters, and he expressed interest in working with the union, which we appreciate. But now to come out and say we motorcyclists who are paying our taxes and using this badge, the government, I don't think the government even anticipating providing jobs for we the young people. The government should be happy that we the young people are doing everything in our power, at least to not be beggars or be people who will be committing crimes in the community. Okay. The other mind is the devil's worship. This badge that we ride is the source of income. We are not happy riding this badge, but there is the only opportunity that we have now because we don't want to be beggars. We have our family, we have responsibility on our hands. We're using it back to support ourselves in school and do other meaningful things. Okay. So if the government can listen to see reason to reconsider that decision for us, we will not relent. Yesterday, I was threatened by the deputy police director for Operation 102. He threatened to kill me on ground.
He threatened to kill you. You know
I want to.
Just say you threatened to kill you. You know, you tried to.
The man said he will get me.
Okay, he will get you. All right, so we'll try to get to him. Hello, how are you doing, caller? Hello. Hello, how are you doing? Abraham, we are here calling you from Freedom FM.
Yeah.
Okay, so like I'm saying, I'm calling you. Did you play Freedom Jackpot today?
Yes.
Okay, good. And I saw how many times you played.
5 times.
5 times? Can you imagine that? Okay, so congratulations. You won 20,000 for today. Thank you. Congratulations. What name you played with? What name is assigned to your sim? Prince who? Prince Ware. Okay, 805 is that number.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so you just now, then you should call me back if you can. Yeah.
All right.
No, I don't have time. I'm running out of time already. So let me get on to the next person is 080 and 2765. All right, 2765 and 39. All right, so let me get to this one. Yeah, Trevor, you can just close up now while I'm trying to get to the next caller. You just call up. Yeah, quickly.
Yeah. So, like I said, I was threatened today by 102, the deputy police director for operation. The only crime he considered me, the only thing he think wrong that for me to speak for my people and being the president of the motorcycle, he think that I should compromise their interest because I know he questioned them as my senior brother. Then I'm raising this cap here to tell the world that my life is not safe. If anything happens to me, nothing female will be responsible.
So you said that he will get you?
He will get me. And he has different interpretations. These people are care about doing anything, everything with the most recent situation was the issue in King John. My life is not.
Okay.
For the deputy police director for operation that's also be protecting me, they call me and say you will get me. For the point about that I'm the head of the motorcycle and I'm speaking for them. I think there's a serious showing that everybody needs to pay attention to. If anything happens to me.
All right. And I to hear from him or what you are saying because we are all human and you're just alleging something against him. Hello, how are you doing? This caller, hello? Yeah, how are you doing? And what's my you got to speak with strength. I don't have much time and I'm just calling. This is Impeachment from Freedom FM. My time is running out. No time. Did you play the Freedom Jackpot today?
Yeah.
How many times did you do that?
I played 2 times.
2 times. Okay. So I just want to tell you that you won. And so you wanted 20,000. I'm going to call you back, or you will have to call me back when you receive the alert that you receive it. His number here ends with 539. Yeah, 539. So which name is assigned to the sim you played with?
The name?
Yeah.
The name, come again?
The name assigned to your sim you played with.
Johnson Danisha Store.
Oh, Johnson Danisha Store. Okay, congratulations. So please, you will get the alert and receive the 20,000 and you call me back. Thanks. Congratulations.
No problem, sir. Thank you.
All right. All right. So let me get back to this one here, and then you can do the losers draw quickly. Then I get into most of them because I don't have time. I think I'm running out of time now. Yeah. So there is it right here. So let me. You did. Which one? I think 539. Yeah. So so let me get on to this one. Then we get 10 more minutes and be out of here. So the losers draw, I hope it's done already. Then I will call. Is it already? Okay, good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. How you doing?
Yeah.
I call you for you. Didn't see the voice call to call me back? Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you getting me?
Yes.
You listening to radio?
Yes.
You live radio now. Yeah, because I called you first, but you didn't pick. I'm just calling you back.
Well, also.
You're also okay. So
Yeah.
today, how many times you played?
I played 3 times.
3 times. So I want to tell you congratulations. You've already won 20,000, and you will receive the alert in no time. And you should call me back just in maybe seconds. You will receive the alert that you already won. And then you call me back to tell me say you got the money. Right? Congratulations. Who are the names you have assigned to your sim? Your number. Hannah Brunel?
Yeah.
Hannah Brunel. Okay, Hannah Brunel. And the number is 775. That's like 3 digits. All right, so Hannah, thank you so much. Congratulations.
All right, thank you too.
All right, good. All right, and so that is it. I don't have much time, people. I'm running out of time. So for the losers component, let me see what I can do. Let me get to some of the losers draw as well. So let me see. Yeah, let me get to the losers as well. So let me get to this caller quickly. Then I'll come to some of the losers. Hello, how are you doing? Hello?
Yes, baby, how are you?
I'm doing fine, boss. Go on quickly. Let's hear from you. Time is out.
Yeah, baby, you know, our people got a parable and say that when you marry a monkey for money, you don't expect the children to look different. What is happening in Liberia is not really a strange thing. I'm surprised that the women groups that used to come in the street and protest. They protested against the how they call it, gay case.
Hey, that's the child case when they were protesting against the government at the time. You're right about that. Where are they? Where are they? They don't want to show face because the American embassy will capture all of them faces and tell us they will deny all of your visa. How they will come protest all of that thing? They're scared for the American people to deny them. So how they will do that? And you will never find that. So don't hear you for nothing. Bossman, the thing is going out and on. Yeah. So let me get on to these. I think these people, they got something. Hello, how are you doing? Hello. Yeah, hello, man. Let's hear from you, man.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right.
I've been trying you and I eat the balance. Thank God.
Yeah, thank God you made it. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Maybe things that are happening in our country is not strange, you know?
Okay.
Yeah. The matter of fact is that I get seek for justice. But you know how many times people went and cried to Gloria Moses Scott for her own daughter that she raped? People had to go and protest on the street for justice for that little girl. It was strange. Joseph Walker, our president today, as the chairman for the party, they went to South Beach to empathize with her. What about that?
Okay.
You know? So don't be surprised. People who kill, these are the people there that will be in graves. Yeah, Honor Joseph Nima Baka administration. Joseph Baka,
Okay.
they show us so many things that we can learn from.
So it is not strange. It is not strange.
It's not strange.
Okay, so the women group in South Africa. All right, thank you, ma'am, for your contribution. The next caller, quickly. I have just 5 minutes to go, and I'm getting to some of the. Okay, this person is one of our losers. But of course, I think you got a text already. They must have gotten it already. Yeah. Yeah. Let me get to this caller, then I'll get right back to you. Please just hold on this long style. Hello, how you doing? Yeah, just hold on small for me. Yeah, let me get to the person quickly. Hello, how you doing?
Okay, no problem.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hello, boss. How you doing?
Not bad. How you doing?
Fine, man. You received some kind of message just now from Freedom, and
Yeah.
How much you got, Jana?
Gio.
Congratulations. But then they lose or draw thing. You know, you get something better. Oh,
thank you.
All right.
No problem.
Okay, so the losers draw. We have about 5% that we're able to send. Okay, yeah, let's go on, Chief. So we have about 5% so far. I'm going to call quickly, but no time. I just get 5 minutes. Yeah, let's go on, Chief.
Yeah, Heavy. This is Abraham Yoyo, and I call you from Seoul.
Yeah, Yoyo, go on quickly. Yeah, let's go on.
Yeah, so I want to say thank you for the show, firstly.
Mm-hmm.
But Heavy, you know, from time to time, the justice system in Liberia has just been up and down. Moreover, with you having this kind of government who was going to meet up with inmates, people who killed their own relatives, like Gloria Mususka, who they went to protest for, that lady killed her own daughter, and these Unity Party people went there to visit her. Joseph Yuma Baga, who is president today, went to Central Prison to visit that woman several times. So what do you expect from this kind of case where money is involved? They took money to that girl, to Jessica and her people, they refused it. So the project decided to take the money and say, okay, since she refused the money, let's take the money. So where is where is young people like Lawrence, who was around here wearing black, marching on the street of Morovia, saying she was protesting for how they call it, for this how they call her, Shala Musu. Where is she today? Are they talking? They are not talking. They are quiet because they know exactly what's going on. But this is it. That's just Liberia. Thank you so much for the enlightenment for our people.
Thank you. And you see, before I close, let me tell you this. This only demonstrates how in Liberia you can want for to do things the normal way and expect that the normal thing will happen, and it can. In the Gloria Mususka case, prior to it going for trial, we play a pivotal role to keep the prosecution in check. We were giving direct pieces of information to the prosecution. We were pressuring them that they should do the right thing. That's why you saw the family of the Musu family. They were saying that how every man to know the one that were digging out this information so that the prosecutors and the police could be informed about most of these things. Had we gotten involved again, which of course we will do subsequently in any other case of interest, because we think the prosecution also did a very terrible job. The prosecution did a terrible job. They must have intentionally done it, because for the fact that it is an American man, the people who can protest, they don't want to show their face before people catch them and then deny them visa or put sanction on them. So they sat back and allowed them. You saw how everybody else played with the case. If we were directly involved the way we were with the Chala Musu case, where that kind of recording, no meetings, no information I had, if I would come right here, but let me tell you something, we will now get there. I think this time now you'll get ready to just go against people like us. Because since we want to trust that people will do the right thing, because necessarily you may not want to blame the judge necessarily, and you have to prove We want to prove that indeed the judge decision was influenced by something, but except that whatever it is, because the judges, that's why they can err. Whatever it is, their decision can be taken up to the Supreme Court, because the Supreme Court can look at it, even condemn some of the judges and say the judge was in error. That the only people that can look at the errors that there. So the errors are not taken as being deliberate on their part. So they can punish them for it. There are several other decisions that judges have made that the court has overturned. You can't use that to impeach a judge on that. No. That is what they are. So we think that the lawyers, they play a pivotal role in damaging this whole thing. They play a pivotal role in damaging it. And we must know that. We must be able to make it clear. Why did they do it? Did the police help with necessary information that was really needed? So forth. Did they do the right thing? So we think that our involvement with the global Muslims country, for which people look at us ugly and they punish us, and along the line, so forth, we don't have no regret for those things. But we believe that the Jessica case was not treated the right way. Something went wrong. Something just went wrong. But again, I can't place it at the feet of the judge. I was just looking at his ruling here. These are pivotal areas that you will pick up some good things and then raise some issues. And they were being done. But again, who knows? Thanks so much to all of you for the time. And the rest of you, those of you who receive your message about the draw, you can still continue listening and keep playing. And our quantity is coming up right here on this very die as we go on right here on this die. So thanks so much for being there. Until we are back here, do have a pleasant time. Bye-bye. Have a good weekend. Fantastic weekend.